Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my dust collectors get ready with me for the month of June. OMG, this year is flying by. It's freak out time. I need time to stop because summer has just been so fun. I feel like even though summer's like almost halfway over, I've only had a week of summer and I'm not ready for it to go by anymore. I just want to stop time right here. I am having the best summer. It's only been like a week. But anyways, this is a get ready with me I do once a month with products that I haven't touched in a long time, if ever. And I usually try to pick around 5 products to work with. It's gonna be a little different today, but I do this video in collaboration with several other ladies who I will have linked down below. Verity, Sam, Amy, Kim. That's it, Verity, Sam, Amy, and Kim. I will have all their channels linked down below. I hope you go check them out. We're all kind of inconsistent with this video right now. We were very consistently filming on the 23rd of every month initially, but it's the 27th today, and I don't know if I'm gonna get this video up today or not. But yeah, we do try to post once a month. I think Amy has been the most consistent lately out of all of us, but do check out all of their channels and subscribe if you like their content. So I have like 15 minutes to get ready before I have to go to the dentist with my kids. So we are going to be quite efficient today. And I only have 2 new products for today, and that is because one of those products is this. I picked this for my summer Shop My Stash collab that I did with Mariella, and this is the Smashbox Masterclass palette in Knockout Neutrals. This was a holiday release palette from a few years ago, and wait for it. Am I holding it right side up? No, I'm not. Wait for it. Look at that. It pretty much has just about everything. The only thing I did not see was a matte, like light powder. So I have already applied foundation and all of my cream products, and I set my under eyes with a separate powder because I didn't see that kind of a powder in this palette unless I would have used this, but I think even that would have been too dark. But anyways, there is eyeshadow, highlight and contour or bronzer, blush, 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 and these are all lip colors. So I am going to be using this for almost everything today. And then the only other thing I went ahead and pulled was a Glitter Bomb lip gloss. This is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Wham. I believe I've only used this one time, and I believe it was like glittery, chunky feeling on my lips, but I'm not sure, so I want to try this again. And this palette I have never used even once, which is a shame because I believe I paid $65 for this palette. That's ridiculous. No one should spend $65 on a piece of makeup and own it for this long and not having used it. So we are going to change that today. We are going to finally use it. The way this works is you can take out the entire strip of products, and then they have a covering, a clear case, and you could lift that up. It flips up like that. So that's how all of these work individually, and then you could pop them back in and go. So let's start with highlight and contour. If you hear chattering, Hazel is filming a YouTube video right over there. She does this almost every day. She just talks nonstop and films her YouTube videos. So a lot of times she tells me I'm interrupting her because she's trying to film a YouTube video and I have to be quiet, but today we are co-filming side by side. She's filming her YouTube video over there. I'm filming my YouTube video over here. We got to make it work, guys, right? So there are 2 matte bronzers in this palette, and then this one looks like a shimmery kind of bronzer shade. So I think this shade is the one I'm going to go for. This one looks a little bit deep, although I might just tap over there. I'm not sure. Oh, powdery and kick-uppy. Plenty of powder and kick-up, which in general I like. I like that. Is this going to work as a mirror? I also brought out my Bare Minerals palette that I use to set my face in a little while. So I will be using this mirror since the Smashbox palette does not have a mirror. Oh, and I need to scoot you guys in. I always forget that. One of these days I'm gonna buy a camera that has zoom, but today's not that day. Okay, let's bronze. Okay, not too bad. That's just a lighter shade right there. That seems plenty dark enough. How have you guys been? So I got out of work. Today is, I'm already losing track of time. Today is the 27th. So my last day of work was technically 11 days ago on June 16th. I was told I could work from home on the 16th, which was pretty cool. I would have liked to have sat around and done nothing, but unfortunately I had a ton of paperwork to do. So even though I was at home, I still had my kids go to the sitters, and I basically did paperwork for 6 hours straight from the couch. And then Friday, even though the school year was technically over, I still had paperwork to do. And so I didn't send my kids to the sitters, but I sat on the couch and did paperwork for a huge chunk of time on Friday as well. And then I haven't done anything since, but I'm still not done with paperwork. Since I already have this palette out, we will move on to highlighters. There are 3 shades that I think I could try. And I think I'll go for this middle one just cause, I don't know. Cause I'm like Goldilocks and I don't want it too light. I don't want it too dark. I want it to be just right. And I have my little Morphe highlighter brush. I've been using this brush for a few years now and I really like it. These highlighters look very neutral, which is generally something I think works pretty well for me year round, like a very neutral highlighter. I don't want anything too golden. I do like a pinky highlighter too, not gonna lie. Pinky highlighters work for me. Neutral champagne highlighters work for me. Golden highlighters I tend to avoid, even though I do own several of them. I only bought them because other people told me I should own them and I kind of regretted buying them. And I should probably declutter them to somebody who would look wonderful in a golden highlighter, because honestly, this is perfect. This is like, I just think that looks really good with my skin tone. I don't think a golden highlighter looks good on me, but this I do like very, very much. All right, so I'm already done with this. And again, I used the center shade for my highlight and I used this shade for my bronzer. I didn't even tap into the deeper shade. That was plenty deep enough for me. Okay, this is the blush palette. As you can tell, there are 5 blushes. One of them looks kind of suspicious. Like it could be kind of a bronzer, but I think I'm just gonna go with this one for my blush today, this kind of peachy shade. So last week was technically my first full week off of work. I tried to get some stuff done that I've been putting off. I got an oil change. It had been an embarrassingly long time. Well, I've never gotten an oil change with that car, and I bought that car like last March or April. My car died. I had a Ford Edge. I loved it. If you've been around long enough, you've heard me talk about this, but I had an orange Ford Edge that I loved. I loved that car. I had it for 14 years, and it died on the Dan Ryan in a somewhat sketchy part of the south side of Chicago on my way home. I was on a major expressway. There were cars flying past me at like 90 miles per hour, and there were no tow trucks available when I started calling around to get a tow truck. So it wasn't a great day. It happened at like 2, I'm sweating just talking about it. I could feel the sweat in my armpits, but it happened at like 2:30 p.m. and I think I made it home at like 6:45 that night. I should have been home by 3 o'clock, and I didn't get home until like 6:45. So it was a crazy stressful day. And I bought a new car the following week, and I've never gotten an oil change. So it's been over a year that I've been driving this car and I've never gotten an oil change, which I know we're supposed to get an oil change like every 3 months or 6 months or every like 5,000 miles, but I also know people that have driven their car like 10 years without an oil change. So I wasn't too worried about it, but I also knew that I should have gotten in there sooner. So let me get the eyeshadow out, because I gotta stop talking. All right, next is eyeshadow time. This is what the palette looks like right here. And there are a couple of like cooler shades that I would love to play around with, but I think I have to try this brown. And I think I'm just gonna go with like this brown, this gold, and this kind of like peanut buttery shade, and this one is a highlight. I think that's, actually I don't think that's gonna work as a highlight. I think this one's the highlight, this one, and this one. That's what we're gonna do. I might try this one in my brows. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I haven't done anything to my brows yet. Let's go for it. If I screw it up, I can do it again. But I don't know why I was putting off getting an oil change, because it was like the best time. I had so much fun getting an oil change. My only complaint was that the air conditioning was a little too high and I was chilly. But oh, that's a little bit warm, isn't it? Oh well. That was my literal only complaint about the oil change. I didn't have to make an appointment. I just had to go there I could go there on a Saturday. When I had the Ford Edge, I had to make an appointment Monday through Friday, which meant I basically had to take a day off of work or wait till I had a holiday to get an oil change. Nope, not with my new car. I could go to the dealership Monday through Saturday. On Saturday, I could go there anytime between 7 and 1. So I told my husband, like, I'm gonna go get an oil change, and he's like, fine. So he stayed home with the kids, and I got there at like 9 o'clock. And there was a ton of people in line to get their car serviced at the same time I was. And I'm like, great, I'm going to be stuck here for like 3 hours. They could have kept me there for 5 hours. I had a blast. I get there, they check in my car. They were really nice. They were really kind and courteous. It was a Subaru dealership, by the way. I bought a Subaru. And they take me back to this little station where they have a coffee machine and snacks. And I hadn't had breakfast yet. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take a granola bar and a coffee. So I'm sitting there, and I brought like a book to read, and I had my phone, so plenty to do with just the stuff that I brought. But I realized that they have 2 TVs on the wall, and they have HGTV on. And I haven't watched HGTV in years. I used to love HGTV. And we got rid of, how are these brows looking? Did I go too far? Did I go overboard? We got rid of cable like 2 years ago. So I haven't watched HGTV in a very, very long time. And I didn't realize how much I missed it until that day. I sat there for 2 hours. It felt like, I texted my husband. I'm like, I'm not coming back home. I'm just gonna stay here. They have air conditioning, a little chilly. I have coffee, I have granola bars, and I have HGTV. I'm having a blast. I don't know why I've put this off for so long. What am I doing? I wanna do my brow bone highlight first. And he just LOL'd at me. But yeah, I had a great time. I had to pay a little extra money for them to do like a clean out of my gas tank. Since it had been a year, I had to pay like an extra $50, which I was like, I probably didn't actually have to do that, but I also didn't want to be silly because I did wait a year to get an oil change, and they recommended it. This is one of those shadows that kind of feels thick, like it goes on thick. It's not like a sheer little wash, like there's a lot of, I don't know if that makes sense when I say thick, but I feel like it's like a thick layer of shadow applying to my brow bone. Hopefully it looks natural. I like a more natural look for my brow bone highlight, but we'll see. It is a beautiful shade. I like it a lot, but it's thick. All right, I have shadow on my brush. That's the peanut buttery lighter shade. I'm gonna apply that right under my highlight. Oh, that's gorgeous. So yeah, I had a great time getting my oil change. I'm not gonna put that off again. Like, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on when the next date, like mileage is for me to get an oil change. And the second it rolls over that mile, I'm gonna be racing in there to get another oil change because I had such a good time. And then last Monday, we went to the dentist. We were overdue for the dentist, the kids and I, and we got that taken care of. So that's one more thing done, which is good because now 6 months from now will be Christmas break. And if I could keep a schedule where it's like the beginning of summer and Christmas break are our 6-month dental checkups, that would be perfect because I have time off over Christmas and I have time off in the summer, and I don't have to worry about like how I'm gonna fit that in. I'm going in with that darker like reddish brown next. So I'm gonna try and stick to that schedule because then I don't have to worry about how I'm going to squeeze in dental appointments around my job and their school. But so I already made the appointment for December. I said, you know, you can't count on me to call in and make an appointment. I'm just not that responsible anymore. So let's just schedule the appointment now. And if something comes up on your end and you got to change it, that's fine. So we scheduled it for the Monday after Christmas this December. What else have we been up to? We've gone to the public pool once. We got pool passes for this year. I've been giving the kids to-do lists, which has been working out really well. They like it. We started out with just like an hour of screen time. So at the start of the week, I just kind of said, you got an hour of screen time, and then you got to do some reading, and well, you have to practice your instruments because Ron plays the piano and Hazel plays the violin, and you have to do some reading, and then you could have an hour of screen time. And once your hour of screen time is, you got to find something else to do. You play outside, play inside, but you're not watching a screen. And that worked out pretty well, but they were a little bit lost and a little bit bored. So then I came up with these lists. So what we've been doing the second half of the week are these to-do lists. So I make each of them a to-do list every day. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And as they get things done off the list, they can cross them off. And once the list is done, they can watch as much TV as they want. And usually they don't just stare at TV for hours on end. They usually get bored of TV, but I'm not timing it like I was before. But I'm giving them jobs around the house, and they've been doing really good with it. They really have. I usually don't apply shimmers with a brush, but I've rediscovered this Urban Decay double-ended brush. It probably came from the Naked 3 palette. Yeah, it did. And I've been using this to apply, like, especially, I brought this out for the loose powders that are in my Let's Get Loose project, but I've recently been using it for my pressed powders as well. I'm gonna take that lighter shade and just kind of go back in here, because I kind of feel like I missed a spot. And I'm going to use those same two matte shades on my lower lash line. But actually I feel like that shimmery shade would work on my lower lash line as well. I'm not opposed to putting a shimmery shade on my lower lash line. What are your thoughts on that? Do you mind a shimmery shade on your lower lash line, or do you only do mattes? Did you brush your teeth?
Yeah, but could I read a Wafka book?
Not now. We gotta go. Sadly, we have to go. All right, I am having just a touch of fallout. Not much. What?
I brushed my teeth really good, so I don't think I don't have any cavities.
Good job. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with the Smashbox palette. I still have to do the lips, but first I'm gonna set the rest of my face with this powder. This is in my Pan in Every palette project. The more I use this palette, the less I love it. Sadly, I wish that wasn't the case. I wish I loved this. I'm just kind of doing this, and then I do this, and then I do this. It just doesn't feel like it does anything. I don't know. Did you see it do anything? I am going to go off camera. I'm running out of time. I'm going to run some brow gel through my brows. I'm going to apply eyeliner and mascara and some setting spray. And actually I could do setting spray right now. I just pulled out this Smashbox setting spray. This is the Air Photo Finish Primer Water, Geranium, and Melon. This was part of a holiday set. It's also came with a pink one called Fire, and I used up the pink one a couple months ago, but I still have this one. And I keep this in my bathroom if I want to wet my eyeshadows, because I don't want to use my Too Faced mattifying setting spray to wet my eyeshadows, and that's the only other setting spray I have in the bathroom right now. So I keep this for that, but I brought it out and I'm just gonna use this as an all-over setting spray. I'm saving these bottles because they have the most amazing pumps. I love the mister on these. beautiful. I smell the melon. It's a nice smell. Okay, I will be right back in a minute. Okay guys, I am back. My hair is not done, but I have got to go. This is what the lipstick palette looks like. There's a lot of gorgeous warm neutrals. And one of the great things about this palette is that you can mix and match however you want. For today, I think I'm just gonna go with this little sweaty guy right here, this kind of warm, rosy terracotta shade. Wow, that's beautiful.
Hey Mom, it's been 30 minutes.
Ron?
We're heading to the dentist. Is that your dentist book?
Yeah, bring that book along, Ron.
Could I bring a book along?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go second.
You're gonna go first, honey.
No, why? Please, could I just go second?
You're the only one going today, baby girl.
Wait. Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna tell us.
Why am I the only one?
That is everything. Oh my gosh, my hair's a mess. I wish I could take it out and show you guys the final look with my hair done. Hold on, let me see what it looks like. Sometimes it looks amazing when I take it out of a ponytail, and other times it is tragic. Oh, not too bad. Could be worse. All right, you guys, I loved using this palette. Oh, I haven't used the chunky lip gloss. Let's throw that on. I'm already late, what the heck. Oh. Not too bad. Not too bad. I do feel it a little, but it's not horrible. All right, a quick review. I loved that Smashbox palette so much. I loved using it. I loved all the products I used. I would love to use it every day. I've really been into neutral looks this summer. I've been going super basic, nothing fancy, nothing too colorful. I've just been loving neutrals, and that's what I've been reaching for every single day, whether it's my Pan-That palette or this or anything else. I just keep going for basic neutrals every single day, kind of my summer outfit. A lot of times I'm putting on makeup in the morning to run errands or film a video, and then I'm taking it off in the afternoon so we could go to the pool and go swimming. So I'm not necessarily even wearing a full face of makeup for an entire day. A lot of times I'm just wearing it for half a day, so I don't want to get like too crazy and go all out. Plus, I want to get started with my day. I'm trying to get stuff done around the house. I'm trying to clean. I'm trying to organize. And so I don't want to spend too much time on makeup. So I've just been going for basic looks like this. And this is actually a little bit glam for me, but I like it. I like it a lot. So that is everything, you guys. I hope I gave you guys an update about what's been going on with me. Life is good. It's summertime. I'm in my happy place. I'm loving life. I will check in with you guys very soon, but thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.